Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. You know, it is every single child's fantasy, adults too. It's every single adult's fantasy to actually have a laser sword, a lightsaber from the Star Wars series. And just like everyone else, I owned the really cheap ones back in the 80s and 90s. As an adult, I bought a few different brands. And today we're going to check out DamienSaber. So I would show you the other side, but it's full of tons of labels simply for the fact that it was inspected, so we'll see what customs did to it. And then, of course, all my personal information, my address, my shoe size, number of partners in my life. Hey, my name is Mr. X. Welcome to the Extreme Channel. We are giving away $1,000 statues to you guys. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. So, first thing, we're going to open it up. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video where you can actually check out DamienSaber. As a disclaimer, I did pay $0 for this. I will give you my honest feedback. Feedback number one is customs put too much damn tape on this. All right, so excellent packaging, I think, so far. No issues. You have some foam on the inside. Here's a picture of what it looks like. All right, so we have charging USB cable. It looks like it is USB-C. We have a manual, and man, this is thick.
Hey, that's what she said.
54 pages. My God. The hilt, we're going to take a closer look at that. My initial impressions, it's very heavy, which is fantastic. I think weight is a good indicator of quality. That's what I tell my wife about myself all the time. You have an Allen wrench and some screws to secure the blade right here to the hilt. Now, one thing I initially like about the blade, and we're going to look at some close-ups here, it is pointed. You don't always see that, so I think that's kind of cool. Although the shape of this reminds me of a lot of other jokes I probably shouldn't say. And both of these are wrapped in some type of saran wrap, plastic, sandwich saver, dental dam. So also on the blade here, they do have a rubber cap to protect it. So overall, I would definitely give the packaging on this a 5 out of 5. I think they did a fantastic job, and it's simplistic. So here is a picture of all the pieces laid out. All right, so both end caps of the hilt actually unscrew. This one I'm not quite for sure. I think the rechargeable battery is in here, but it's not really meant to be removed unless you have to do some type of replacement down the road. And then the other end, the top of the hilt, I don't know why that unscrews, maybe just for good measure. But like most lightsabers this quality, you are going to use 2 small screws with the Allen wrench that they provide just to secure that blade in. So let's do that. So the screws, just so you guys know, they have a few different lengths, and they're not really screws. They're just kind of nut bolts that fit in. But I think that's dependent on what kind of hilt or saber you get. So they probably just have that as a pack for everything. So that's pretty secure in there. Now we are going to let this charge for a little bit. And then also read, not all 50 pages, but 1 or 2 pages here. All right, I am back, and I had some time to play with it. Now, I've turned off the studio lights so we can see this better. And I got to tell you, I understand now why they have a 53-page book. First of all, there is a lot going on with this. Number one, it has so many different options. From the sounds that it makes, the colors, the type of flashing, different things you can do with motion. And not only are there so many different options, but there's so many different ways to control it. It has a button control right here, lit up. Depending on whether the saber is on or off, holding it up or down, pushing the button, twisting your hand will determine what a lot of these features do. But there's also a feature we're going to look at that actually there's an app that connects to this. And then there's a memory card in here you can actually add sounds to. So the options are literally almost endless. And we're only going to look at a few today. Because the options are not only endless with this saber, but this saber comes in many different forms. So we're going to look at some of that, but first I want to do some of the basic stuff. So for example, when the saber is off right now, if you want to adjust the volume, you hold down the button 1 time.
Mute.
See, it said mute.
Volume high.
There we go, volume low. So it has mute, volume low, volume high, but we'll turn it on here. And this is steady, so it is the type of lighting effect that it has. We'll turn it off and we'll try and do a different lighting effect. Unstable. So this is more flashing, almost like a Kylo Ren effect. Pulse. So it's kind of fading in and out. So there's a lot of different blade effects. But you can actually change the blade mode too. So we're going to see what that's about. Standard. And you see that just like a lot of other lightsabers, when you hit the power button, it's like a pulse. So like almost firing a stormtrooper weapon. Alright, so let's try some of the stuff with the saber on. So if you hold the button once, you hear kind of that fire effect. For 2 flashes, it changes infinite colors, so it continues to transition through different colors, which I think is pretty cool. Yes, it's cycling through the different colors, and when you find one you want, you hit the button to stop it. So that's light blue, a little bit lighter blue, white, red out.
Color selected.
So it is now a flashing red. Now what's really cool on camera, this actually looks like it's moving. Now what's crazy about this is not the NeoPixel. So this means that this isn't super bright, and it still looks incredibly bright. Let me show you the different options online. Make sure to check it out. There's a link in the description below. This is actually the one that I have. It's the Darth Revan Sith Heavily, long ass title. It's that one right there. So this alone is kind of one of their lower end versions, which is crazy. So as you see, you can have the base lit, which is what I have, or the XenoPixel. XenoPixel is a lot brighter, and believe it or not, I just have the base lit. Not only can you choose that, but you can choose different lengths of the actual blade. There are 3 different lengths in all of them. And of course, you know, if you wanted to, you could just have the hilt of this piece. Carry that around for a Halloween prop, whatever that looks like. But just this description right here kind of shows you all the different things that it does. From 32, I believe it was 32 sound fonts, and based on your swing and the way you do it. And a lot of this stuff is programmable too, not only through the app that you can connect it to this, but it just goes on. And it's the Xeno Configurator app that they use. It's available on all the app stores from Android and Apple. So pretty cool. Now what's crazy about their website here is this is just one of them. They have different categories here from, you know, Padawan, custom sabers, ones with SD cards, which is what this one is right here. And then underneath that, tons of different options, including some of the classic stuff. Luke Skywalker, you see right here. Great options. And I think it's priced pretty competitively as well. Look at some of those fancy ones. But yeah, check out their website. They do have some blogs and videos and some of the accessories you can buy. But I've known this company for a long time by name, so actually finally to get one of their products is pretty cool. I definitely rate this, especially for the value. I think this is a strong 5 out of 5 in my opinion. They didn't pay me to say that. They gave me a free lightsaber to say that. That's not true. They told me, have my own flair on the video, tell them what I think, and I think this is a great product for the price. As we try to grow this channel, we like to reward you guys for watching and subscribing. So because of that, every 5,000 milestone when it comes to subscribers, we give away a couple $1,000s worth of statues. We've actually given away over 20 statues. To win one was easy. First, you gotta be subscribed to the channel. You'll get bell notifications when videos drop. Each video that drops, you want to make a comment on those videos. We pick a random video, we give away statues based on a comment. You can say whatever you want. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. So definitely check it out. There's a link in the description. I don't get any kickback if you click on that. Kick on it. Kick back, click it. You know what to do. I just stuttered.